Hey everyone. So in this video, I'll show you some demo on BigQuery and GitLab. So basically how you can secure BigQuery data and publish with the GitLab. So why does this matter? Imagine a company or any organization that collects a lots of data. It could be any company, let's say e-commerce company, financial firm, or any healthcare provider. So they want to share clean and processed data with their analyst or external partner in Google BigQuery for further analysis. But publishing the data manually or sharing the sensitive credential can lead to many security risk. It may be that your credentials may be exposed, or maybe some human error, or might be some inefficient processes. So that is where we can bring GitLab to automate this entire pipeline. So what is the solution here? You can use the GitLab CI/CD pipeline to automate data publishing to the BigQuery securely with the pipeline that we will describe here. Or maybe you can use the credential management. You can use the GitLab secrets and Google Cloud Service account safely, and then you can make this process repeatable. So I'll explain you with a very simple example. Imagine our company has a huge sales database. Let's say that. And every night we want to publish the latest sales data into the BigQuery so our analyst can generate reports. So doing this manually or sharing password is a risky and slow, right? Because we are here when we do it manually from the BigQuery dataset, may be that it could be a risky. But with the help of GitLab CI/CD pipeline, we automate this entire process. The scripts run automatically. It use the secure credentials, and then it update the BigQuery with the fresh data. This way, our data is always up to date, secure, and easy to audit. So everyone on the team can see when the data was last published and if there were any errors. So this is a perfect example of combining the modern DevOps practice with data management, making our data pipeline secure, reliable, and very efficient. So the solution architecture here is our solution leverage the GitLab CI/CD pipeline that automates the secure export of data from BigQuery to Google Cloud Storage. And so basically, what is happening here? The developer is writing the code and storing it into the GitLab repository as a source code. And after the code has been reviewed and approved, the GitLab CI/CD pipeline is executing the jobs or executing the code. The pipeline is basically authenticate with the Google Cloud using the service account, or maybe you can use any workload identity federations or any OIDC authentication mechanism. Then what happens is that the SQL queries are executed against these BigQuery data sets, and the results are exported into this Google Cloud Storage in a CSV format, and these secure links to these files are provided to the authorized user or the consumers, or maybe you want to share with your third party vendors who wants to consume this report. So the prerequisites before you set up this demo, some of the prerequisites that you needs to be ensured that your Google APIs for BigQuery and storage has to be enabled. You need a service account for authentication, so make sure that you have all the permission in place. For example, storage admin and then or BigQuery job users, and then you can store those code into the GitLab repository. So I have this source code in my GitLab repo. I'll explain you here. Let me open my terminal. Where is that? Yeah. So this is my, let me just zoom in. So this is my repository, BigQuery data publishing. If you see here, GitLab CI YAML file. So let me explain you this image. So this is the image of Cloud SDK Alpine, and we are including the secrets detections. Now, basically, it's a kind of a security scanner, I would say. And then we are executing the deploying stage wherein I'm writing some of the scripts. The first one is set up the Google Cloud authentication and install the necessary components. So here are your Google Cloud credential. So I'll show you like these credentials are coming from your this variable service account keys. So I have already placed my service account keys in a GitLab environment variable, and this Google Cloud SDK commands are using those SDK commands to activate those service account. And then it also installed the GSUtil. GSUtil is the command line tool to manage your Google Cloud storage. And then after that, we are setting up the Google Cloud project. This project ID is also coming from the variables. I'll show you in just a moment. And then we are running the BigQuery and exporting the results into a CSV file. So this is the command BigQuery, and the format is CSV. And this is a test SQL command. This command is basically coming from this file. I'll show you in a minute. And then all the output of this query is now exporting the into the CSV format. Then we are creating the Google Cloud Storage bucket. If it's not there, you can create your own, or maybe you can use the existing one. And then you'll upload the CSV file to the storage bucket. Then you are setting the access control list ACL policy to make this CSV file publicly readable, right? So this is important that you need to use this ACL. And finally, you are defining and exporting this static URL for the CSV file. So if I show you here this test, this is a script that we are running against our BigQuery dataset. This is a public BigQuery dataset, and this search basically are this is a public dataset. So basically, the top 25 in the US each day. I think this is the query show list of daily top Google search items. So this is a data set which contains some of the top 25 or some Google search items, and we are querying to show top 25 results. So this query will be a part of this script. So whenever it runs, it will export the result of this query, the 25 results, first 25 results into the CSV file. Okay. Now let me explain to you the GitLab. So here is my GitLab repository, and this is the same file that we have just seen. So here is the description, like prerequisites. So everything is there. You can just follow along. And the another thing which I want to show you here, you go to the CI/CD setting and then CI/CD, and here in the variable part, you need to make sure these three variables are there, because these variables are directly referenced in your YAML file. The first thing is your Google Cloud Storage bucket, second thing your project ID, and the third thing is your service account key. So make sure your service account key must be base code 64 encoded, and then after getting the value from the base 64 encoded, you can put that value here. Okay. Then what you can do, you can just go to the terminal. Let me show you here. So right now, let's do some changes here. Let's just some space, and I'm going to save it. Oh, okay. So I'll say doc. What happened? Oh my God. And I'm pushing the files. So I've done a very simple change just to show you how this pipeline works. So the moment you push the change. You go to your GitLab repository and you see a little small icon here which says the status of this pipeline. You just click on that. So I have these two jobs, test and deploy, as you've seen in my YAML files here. Deploy, and another one is test. So right now you can see that it's running the first job, and then it will go to the deploy. Let's see that. So here you can see that all your commands or your script has been executed successfully, and finally it has given a static URL. So let me just click on this CSV file URL and open this URL. Yeah. So here, so this is the result. This is the CSV file which has been exported from your BigQuery dataset, and this is the top 25 items from this data set. So this is just a normal dummy data set that we have used, but for in your use case, maybe as I explained earlier, you might have some private data sets, and some having some sales information or maybe some patients information. You want to export it on daily basis, and you want to share it with your partners or with your analysts who wants to consume this data and take actions further. So this is a very simplistic approach using the GitLab CI/CD pipeline. It's a very secure way. It will help you avoid, exposing the security credential and these manual efforts. Every time you go to BigQuery data sets and you go and run those queries. So um, all those tedious job is now taken away, and you can use this pipeline to automate a very complex tasks as well.